right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Sunday, October 27th, 2019. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for giving us some time. We know you're busy out there in your schedules, day to day, week after week, month after month, year after year. All right, if you notice, I got a new flag draped. How awesome. Finally got to the P.O Box. I'm going to do a show later this evening and go through some stuff that was sent, some cards. I do want to quickly thank Jonna, Brulin, and Jeff. They sent the Where We Go One, We Go All flag. Let me see if I can get you a better image of it there. You got a couple of the lights from the ceiling fan in the way, but you can see it there. And then this one, if I can get out of the way. Yes, and I just draped it over the Do Not Tread on Me, which you can still kind of see, so it's kind of cool. I'm just going to leave it like that for a little while. And they sent a shirt, so I'll show this. How awesome that is. Liberty Guns, Beer, and Trump. Thank you guys so much. All right, so here we're gonna go. We got some. We're looking at the FBI records, the vault, the finders. Very, very kind of disturbing. Well, way disturbing. But this was just released. We're just going to jump right into it. I can't, I don't know what else to say. I've already downloaded it, but I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Here at the Patriot Hour, never take what we say to be 100% word, fact, or, the days of being spoon-fed have got to end, folks. Auto truth, all right? You need to connect the dots, read everything you can, watch everybody you want, and but believe none of it. Believe nothing until you alone can verify that through your own method of research. Okay? This is what got us in this problem in the first place. Ignorance to the facts and being spoon-fed lies for so long. I mean, we're seeing that now with the mainstream. Almost everything out of their mouth is made up in a lie. Your local channels are still feeding you accurate weather if they can. They're even wrong on that, but accurate weather and local events to keep you enticed. Like, oh, they have to be some truth. Well, of course, there's some truth within all their lies. They have to keep you involved somehow. So give them weather and local events. They show up somewhere, we say something's going on, and by gosh, you believe us. So here on the FBI's vault.fbi.gov, we're looking at the finders. And I got that already clicked, so here it is. I just created a I don't even know, public. Let's see here. So right here, FBI docs, the finders, I put it in my pictures. All right, so the finders, part 1 of 1. Oh man, what do I got here? Okay. Bunch of stuff you don't need to worry about up there. Here we go, we get into it. Now this is, I believe from 92 or 93, November of 93, former FBI director. All this information in here, folks. Let me get rid of the banner. Let me turn down the music. Okay. So concerning child child sexual abuse by a group known as the Finders, and what role, if any, was played by the United States intelligence community. By separate communication, will provide available documentation received to date from DOJ concerning allegations. United States Customs Service, USCS headquarters, Washington, D.C., also possesses documentation concerning Finders, which to be obtained by WMFO. The following information is being provided as a background into this matter. In 1987, were convicted of sexual abusing children. One of the children who attended the school during the time of the alleged sexual abuse was doing business as page 3, redacted heavily. After the imposition of prison sentences on both, became convinced that the numerous other children had been abused, that were abused part of a large, well-organized scheme. Subsequently, has attempted to interest congressional members and the USCS in his efforts to enhance efforts of the area child sexual abuse and investigation claims. During the 93, met with United States Congresswomen Rose, Florida, to discuss allegations concerning the group known as the Finders. Both Congressmen Rose and redacted subsequently provided information concerning these allegations to the DOJ. Okay, kidnapping, they go into... I was looking at a page here that stood out to me that took me way back. And I believe, I don't know what I was listening to, but it had a kid describing these tunnels under the school. It wasn't a kid, it was this guy reporting on this whole thing that came out, and it was stuff to do with this. It takes you back a little bit. I do have a little article here that'll cover this a little better here. So let me make this a little bigger for you at home and me right here. So the FBI document dump from the vault, the Finders, October 25th, 2019 at 6:48 p.m. This comes from posted by Centipede Nation staff. The Finders were a CIA operation, often described as a 1960s-style commune. In reality, they were a cult that conducted brainwashing and used children in rituals. The FBI has now unsealed a 324-page document that details this operation and the U.S. intel community's role in ritual child sex abuse. The FBI made the announcement of the described declassified documents on Twitter. We have scanned through much of the document and have concluded some interesting snippets below. So here's all the link again. Highlights from the Finders document dump from the FBI vault. Instead of sitting here reading 324 pages to you, we'll go over some highlights here. And if you want to download the file, feel free. I'm going to leave all that down below, these links down below for you. I think this one article will knock it all out. Because even if you don't have Twitter, you can click that and it's going to take you straight to this file. All right, so redacted after imposition of prison sentences on both, redacted, became convinced that the numerous other children have been abused and that the abuse was part of a larger, well-organized scheme. All right, I actually read that one. Subsequently, redacted has attempted to interest congressional members and the USCS in his efforts to enhance efforts in the area of child sexual abuse and investigating claims of organized sexual abuse. During October of 1993, redacted met with Congresswoman Rose, Florida, to discuss allegations concerning a group known as the Finders. Both Congressmen Rose and redacted subsequently provided information concerning these allegations to the DOJ. As a result of information developed during these arrests, the TPD contacted Metropolitan Police Department, MPD, Washington, D.C., and provided information concerning the redacted and their association with a group known as Finders based in Washington, D.C. on 2587. The MPD executed search warrants prepared by the United States Attorney's Office, District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. On two properties owned by the Finders in Washington, D.C. area. Okay, so the DOJ review also of the USCS documents indicates that during the execution of the search warrants by the MPD, the two finders' properties, the USCS SA redacted, claims to have observed a substantial amount of computer equipment and documents purportedly containing instructions for obtaining children for unspecified purposes. The instructions allegedly included the impregnation of female members of the community, purchasing of children, trading of children, and kidnapping of them. Redacted, he stated, has maintained that there is a nationwide conspiracy among individuals involved in satanic worship and sexual child abuse, with members being located in Stuart, Florida area. To date, Sergeant Redacted advised he had located no hard evidence of any organized sexual abuse in the area, but he noted there was some similarity in sexual abuse cases that have occurred in different parts of the country. Tunnels and occult symbolism. 45-foot tunnels, all right? The 9-foot wide subterranean entrance found under west wall of the dog room, classroom 4, redacted classroom. Tunnel proceeded south, then east 45 feet through classrooms 4 and 3, and north, then north 10 feet within classroom 4. 4 large upright containers were found in the tunnel under the arch, obviously hand-placed. A 9-foot wide chamber was found along the tunnel under classroom 4. Top part of the chamber and top part of the sections of the tunnel had layers of plywood with covers, TA paper, which had apparently been supported by cinder blocks, 2x2 and 2x4. Wooden posts found underneath. Tunnel features made it evident that the tunnel was hand dug. 7-foot tunnel extending into the triplex next door. Triplex. Tunnel extended from the bathrooms of the office of classroom 1 to the front yard of the triplex next door. Children described entrance and exiting tunnel in triplex yard. Exactly where tunnel exit were found. Area under a hole cut in this neighbor's bathroom floor had been excavated and subsequently filled. Other significant facts: a small white plastic plate with 3 pentagrams hand drawn on the top light green paint was found by archaeologists, and the staff saturated dirt in the play yard. Prehistorical archaeologists' pentagrams were hand drawn by an adult and not part of the manufacturer's design. No doorknobs were on classroom 3 door, only a dead bolt lock. Each classroom had an off-light switch labeled fire alarm. System did not connect to the fire stations, but was used as an alert within the school. More than 2,000 artifacts were found under the school floor, including over 1,000 animal bones, keeping it secret. Redacted had alleged the finders were involved in a well-organized child abuse scheme, and that the Redacted, in conjunction with the State Department and the FBI's Foreign Counterintelligence Section, conspired to cover up those abuses. The FBI has contact with the finders since 1971, including a recent report dealing with the CIA involvement with at least one of the members. Finders passing information overseas concerning activities of the Central Intelligence Agency. When it became apparent that no federal laws were voted, the FBI vacated the investigation. Unbelievable. Redacted contacts MPD intelligence and advises that all reports regarding finders are to be classified at the secret level. Redacted person also advised that no information was to be turned over to the FBI, WFO, for investigation, and that the WFO would not be advised of the redacted involvement in contact. The U.S. AG declined prosecution. On 6/4/93, the United States Attorney Office of District of Columbia declined prosecution of this matter, and the case was closed. Be interesting. United States Attorney in 1993. Who was that? Let's just do this. None other. I'll make sure she was there. She was from 93 to 01, but when in 93, right? Janet Reno. Let's just take a look here. gotta go through all of them. All right, hold on here. Ooh. Okay, March 12th. And we were 6/4/93. 6/4. Looks like she got in just in time. Ooh, right before that, look at that, William Barr. He got out in 91. They had an acting person put in for not very long, right? Like a couple months. Bill Clinton got rid of him quick. There you go. Like to look up stuff like that, and that's what you guys can do. It's very easy. All right, so the United States Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia declined to prosecute of this matter, and the case was closed. WMFO contact with U.S. Customs Service, WDC, indicated that Customs SA redacted will not be available for interview until Monday, 11/8/93. WMFO is scheduled to review the MPD file concerning finders on 11/4/93. This is an example of the interdepartmental battles going on. Another good example of the interdepartmental battles is the CIA sending a longtime worker, Snowden, to the NSA, where he promptly had a change of heart and defected, exposing NSA shenanigans to benefit of the CIA. So we always said Snowden, everything he did was real, other than that he wasn't really a Patriot concerned. He was planted there to do that. That's a huge difference. That's a game. It's an inner intelligence game that was going on. The CIA was having some bad beef come down on them. They wanted to get some attention to another one of the agencies to knock them down off their pedestal a little bit. So Snowden to the NSA, where he promptly had a change of heart, right? So through the FBI, though the FBI will never really admit officially that the CIA was involved, we can take a look into former FBI Ted Gunderson's take on it. We know that he has exposed this. Former FBI Chief of Los Angeles Ted Gunderson speaks on pedo-Satanism, the finders, and the CIA's involvement. Remember Ted Gunderson? Speech about pedo-Satanism, the finders. So you can check this whole video out in full. Appears to be about a 54-minute video. So CIA denies ties to the finders. From the Associated Press on December 17th of 1993, the Justice Department said Friday it is investigating allegations the CIA used a front company run by a commune to train agency employees, and that the CIA blocked investigation of the group. The CIA denied any ties to the commune called the Finders. The Washington Times reported Friday that the CIA had ties to the Finders, a Washington-based group once accused of engaging in satanic rituals, child abuse, and pornography. The charges were raised in the 1980s by law enforcement officials, but none resulted in prosecution. CIA ties to the Finders do exist. According to an article posted by U.S. News and World Report, the group's leader, Marion David Petit's late wife, once worked for the agency, and that the son worked for the CIA proprietary firm, Air America. Through a very dark glass. January of 1994. If you discover anything else, please leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. And as always, God bless America and long live the Republic. Where we go one, we go all. Very nice little article there indeed, folks. I have not read this little thing here. Let me see if I have. Okay. Page 170. Go back here to the So there's a lot here, folks. I'm going to get up here If you get to page 170, the group as satanic and sacrificing. Regarding the deception in general, the mothers indicated that they don't wish to give out information about the group, that a lot of people don't take time to understand them. They indicated that they don't particularly have anything to hide, but they don't feel obligated to explain about it themselves. Some of the mothers pointed to the group suffered from the latest news blitz, which identifies the group as a satanic and sacrificing. They kind of deny all that, right? The group as sexual abuse. This is an investigative asked questions regarding the possibility of sexual abuse of 2 children. Several of the mothers were skeptical there was, in fact, any sexual abuse, and indicated it would be reprehensible. Is that an F or a P? Reprehensible for any member of the group to commit a sexual act. And there was one talking about sacrificing of goats, and they kind of brushed it off, the mothers, as like what you do at school during, dissecting an animal, and that it was good for the children. And it just seemed like some heavily brainwashed, or the mothers were deeply, deeply involved. Right here, the pictures of the children with slaughtered goats was not a ritual sacrifice, but rather an attempt at a hands-on experience. One mother, who wasn't sure that the ordeal was necessary or that she approved, she indicated that only the 3 men were present at the time, thought that the experience was a well-intentioned as a experience for the children to learn. She likened the slaughter of what was done in conventional biology classes. Several mothers indicated that the robes being worn by the men were actually sheets the men wore during the slaughter to protect their clothing. The slaughter of the 2 goats on the Virginia farm was at the end of the summer, and the goats couldn't be left there alive. The meat from the goat was taken back to Washington, D.C. to the group, where they ate the meat. The children had experience to see where the meat comes from, an experience that most children don't get while they're growing up. Regarding eating, the mothers expressed concern that their children eat properly. The mothers indicated the knowledge of the diet and nutrition. They indicated the children eat balanced diets and fruits and vegetables. So, this case began when a citizen observed a group of unkept children and 2 men in Myers, Arkansas. I don't know, I can't see. She called tall police, who arrived and observed 6 dirty children. In an attempt to question the men regarding the identity of the children and their condition, the men behaved strangely regarding their statements and actions. Based upon the condition of the children and the inability of the men to identify the children and themselves, the police officers arrested the 2 men, took the 6 children into custody, pending further investigation. Or I'm just having a hard time. Some of this stuff is blanked out, and it really throws me off when you're just trying to read. All right, so I suggest you guys dig into this a little deeper. We've gone a little longer than I normally do. I like to keep them short and sweet for you because, well, the attention span of some people just isn't that long. And I find doing shorter videos or more gets to the point. You guys kind of can do the rest yourself if you want more. I'm going to keep digging through all this. If you find anything, leave a comment down below. We can share what we're finding. This is a lot of stuff to go through. 300 and plus is just a little disturbing. God bless everyone involved. Pray for the evil doers that they just do stop what they're doing, drop what they're doing, let go of the children that you have now. Please walk away, get the children safe, ask for forgiveness, and stop doing the things that you're doing to the kids now. This cannot go on any longer, and the cover-ups by the people we put in place to stop it. Imagine this. You can only imagine the stuff going on at the border and why they truly don't want to stop their little well-oiled machine or something. I don't know. All right, there's reports. We also want to keep an eye on the fires today out in Cali. All right, watch California. The power going to be cut off? Has it already happened? I don't know. I have to look into it. I'm going to shut this one down. I will be back at some point today with more breaking news of sorts, things that we're digging into, and the storyline that we're following along on. And there should be lots this week, folks. Lots of panicking people in D.C. They're not sleeping well. No sleep in D.C. And lots of panic. All right, the pain is coming. Nobody escapes this. Nobody. And again, thanks for the flag to the Brulin family. All right, so hope to see you guys. They're coming in August of 2020 as well. Again, don't forget August 2020 Patriots Fest, first annual Patriot Fest, first annual or ninth annual Freedom Ride going along with it. This is in a function at a local Legion here. We got permission to join up and invite all of you guys, anyone that can make it. We got an email going for that, Patriots Fest with an S, PATRIOTSFEST 2020 at Gmail. Email us so you can get on we plan on having a little roster or a little, flyer of sorts to come out to you to give you more information. This is going to be held in Bristol, Indiana, August 14th and 15th of 2020, just months before the election. It should be a good time. A lot of this stuff should be played out. We should know where we stand and go from there. But all right, you guys, I'm going to shut this one down. Have a great Sunday morning into your Sunday afternoon. And remember, where we go one, we go all. God bless each and every one of you.